Levack and Goz on 104.5 The Team.
All right, now normally Goz does Monday Mirages. Can you handle it, closer? Can you step up to the legacy left behind by Tom Gozlowski III?
Is it really a legacy that I have to stand up to?
He might be listening, and I don't want to feel bad.
Oh, man. Well, there's no Syracuse in this, so I guess it's okay.
Oh, thank God.
Real or Mirage? The NBA has the best all-star game of all four major sports.
Oh, wow.
You know the answer here.
No, I don't, because I just saw it. I feel like, you know what, Mirage, whichever one I saw last is the worst. I think baseball's still better. I think baseball's a little bit... And though I don't love hockey, hockey does a good job.
I did like the changes hockey made to go to the 3-on-3 and do that. They're probably pretty liberal with their stuff to try and change things. But ultimately, I know what to expect with the NBA All-Star Game. So ultimately, I think it's the most fun. So I have to say real here. I'm going to go with the NBA does have the best All-Star Game weekend.
I don't know.
You don't like it, and you know what?
You know why I guess I don't like it is I can't get the Major League Baseball All-Star Game or the NFL Pro Bowl anywhere. I can get the NBA All-Star Game anytime I go to a Harlem Globetrotters show.
Oh, it's still, but the MLB game is still baseball. So, like, I guess if you wanted to be true to the actual sport, okay, I get that.
It's the same thing.
But it's a fun game. It's an exhibition. They're throwing alley-oops together. Whether Russ wants to talk to KD, and now they're throwing alley-oops together.
If you didn't throw the names in, I wouldn't know whether you said Harlem Globetrotters or the All-Star game. It's the same definition.
Will you stop? Oh, my goodness. All right. Real or Mirage? Marco Stroman actually talked about the Blue Jays have the best rotation in baseball. Real or Mirage?
Mirage, man. They don't even have the best rotation in the East.
I remember with the pre-show meeting we were talking, and it's like, we sat there, it's like, oh, do you know the rest of the rotation? And we're like, all right, we go immediately on the computer, we're like...
and it's like, I know the names for the most part, but Francisco Liriano...
Yeah, he was really good. 2011.
But I mean, like, he's your fifth guy, so I guess it's okay. But, like, if you don't have a Clayton Kershaw, if you don't have a Madison Bumgarner, you need to have a Max Scherzer. You need to have, I don't know, the Mets starting five. Because right now it's on paper, so I'm going to go Mets. Mets have the best rotation.
Oh, I don't know if I would go the Mets. I honestly think the acquisition of Chris Sale, and I know you're going to hate this, and I'm a Yankees fan as well, but adding him to the Red Sox really helps that team.
They're the best in the East.
Oh, yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
But right now, the Blue Jays might be the fourth best on the East Coast. Maybe even longer than that. Think about it.
Well, I mean...
So you have the Mets, Red Sox.
But who's the guy? Like, does
Nationals... So, I mean, right there's three right off the bat, you would say.
But I'm just saying, like, when I look at the Blue Jays, like, Stroman's fun to watch. Don't get me wrong. I like Marcus Stroman. He's a good pitcher. But who's the guy that scares you? It's not Sanchez doesn't really scare me. Estrada has his days. Happ is good. Liriano as your fifth is good. I need higher than that, and that's scary. But good, but not great.
But and ultimately, when you think of the Blue Jays, you think of their hitting.
I was just going to say
Batista, Donaldson, Morales, Kevin Pillar, Russell Martin. You think of these guys. You're not really thinking.
Josh Donaldson is what I think of.
Oh,
that's what I think of.
I don't like him.
Russell Martin against the Yankees.
Is it bad that I just really don't like him?
Oh, there's plenty of people I hate for no reason. It's fine. It's completely allowed.
I can't stand him. He's terrible.
Yeah. I don't know. And then. So Boston's definitely better. Tampa's got Archer. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, no, that's a stupid statement.
Yeah, and you know what? We had to run with it a little bit because of how stupid it was. But listen, you have confidence in your guys. It's February, you know. Maybe they'll surprise us.
No,
probably not though.
Not gonna happen.
All right, real or Mirage? Darrelle Revis will play again in the NFL.
Real. I don't think he'll play for the Jets, but I think he will play again because we all know there's one thing in this world Darrelle Revis loves. Money. Somebody's going to give him some money.
I'm going to say real as well, but I'm not as confident as you are in this.
You're like real?
Yeah, I'm on the cusp. Like if you had to make me make a decision, it's going to be real. But even when we talked with DB last hour about this, I still think this hurts him a little more than people think because this was so out of character for him. And I understand, like we mentioned, if someone comes up on an athlete like that, I understand defending himself and everything. I get that. But you are already not playing well. Yes, you had a great season with the Patriots. You won a Super Bowl. Now you went back to the Jets. You're already being talked about moving from corner to safety. Now you go out and do this. I think this is the slow end of Darrelle Revis's career.
This whole Pittsburgh situation, the south side of Pittsburgh, if you already had given up on Darrelle Revis, you go, see?
Yeah.
But if you hadn't, you look at it and go, guy's never had character issues. He brings it every Sunday, even when he doesn't have it. And I can make the argument that he was injured a lot last year. You know what I mean? So if I want him, I'm still going to go get him. If I don't want him, now I'm going to look at this court case and go, see?
Well, of course. And
the wheels are coming off.
But this, and anything, this is going to cost him money because now if you want to sign him, that's a little, okay, well, so you had this issue. I really don't know if I want to pay you that much money, but we could definitely use your help.
You put the game clause in. I pay you per game. Every game you miss, I take back whatever. That's what they'll do. If he wants to play, the only way he doesn't play again is if he doesn't want to play.
All right, I can deal with that. All right, real or mirage? Tony Romo will be a Houston Texan next season.
Mirage. They got so much money sunk into Brock Osweiler. I think other teams can give more money. And again, it's something about him, Denver's game plan. Plug in Peyton, win Super Bowl. Plug in Romo, win Super Bowl. I think he'll end up there. I mean, I tell you where I want him. I want him in Miami. I want him behind that Miami line.
You guys were talking about that last week. You really want him in Miami.
He's got a running game. He's got a dynamic wide receiver. I think and then he's got an offensive line that's a bunch of big eaters who can push people around.
See, I'm going to go real here because not only is Houston really close to Dallas-Fort Worth, yes, they did sink a lot of money in Osweiler, but now you made that mistake, okay? So you can still pay Tony Romo a little bit saying, all right, listen, this year we're not going to give you as much, but, we'll sign you to 2, maybe 3 years. There is talent there. They are good enough to win, especially this year without J.J. Watt. Yeah. So in his mind, I'm not going very far from the family anyway. I have a chance to win in arguably the worst division in football. Why do I want to go anywhere else? The Jets, the Dolphins, the Bills, anywhere like that. I can stay home and ultimately have a chance to win as opposed to staying in Dallas and sitting behind Dak.
Oh, he's not going to be in Dallas.
There are people who think that he could sit back there. And I mean,
they're going to cut him loose.
The issue I have with Denver, too, is that John Elway seems to be so in love with the quarterbacks he has. I really don't know if he wants to make the move to a Tony Romo, even though he did it with Peyton Manning 2 years ago.
There's a very interesting dynamic in Denver that people don't really talk about. The ownership. It's in like a trust right now.
Okay.
So the guy who is Elway's boss doesn't really like Elway.
Huh. Okay. Well,
so
good.
Some things aren't really about Elway anymore. And the guy who's running the trust gets to make final decisions till the trust is done.
Oh.
So don't be shocked if that decision happens, whether Mr. Elway likes it or not.
If that's the case, then yes, I would agree with you. That's probably the best destination for him. But right now, I think close to home, I'm going to go with him going to Houston Texans. Real or mirage? Jimmer Fredette will be on an NBA roster next season. No, I'll make it easy. Not a D-League roster.
Got to be a big one.
An NBA roster.
I'm going to say mirage, even though it hurts my heart. Just because things are so good for him right now, I think he plays for a little bit over there and has fun, and then maybe takes another shot in like a year or so.
Well, in that case, how long would you want to wait though? He's 28, so you play another year or so. You almost 30 when you come back. He's not getting any bigger over in China. I mean, size-wise, his popularity-wise, of course he is, but at this point, you got to strike while the iron's hot. He's averaging 36 points a game. He just put up 73 last week. At this point, if a team's going to sign him, it's going to be now. If he's going to get that chance again, it's going to be now.
I think Knicks, Nets, Jazz. He can make the most impact, most money quickly. And they're the three that would probably be most willing to guarantee him a legitimate shot. Because here's the thing. If I'm coming here for a 10-day contract, I'm not going to walk away from what I'm doing.
Yep.
I need.
You gotta know he's going to be here.
Yeah, I want training camp. I want to have a shot at making the team. And I want more than that. I want a contract because I'm making over $1 million just to play, and I'm dominant. And nobody here can see my games, and they're still talking about me back home.
Yeah, and this is running all over ESPN, so it's interesting to see where this goes. Ultimately, I hope he comes back. We'd love to see him here again playing in the NBA. Real or Mirage, Jonathan Neese will appear in 20 or more games for the Yankees this season.
Ooh, Mirage. But I think it might be close, and the reason I think it might be close, he's a lefty, and he's straight up mentioned, like he said, quote, "I have the best chance of making the Yankees pro team either as a starter or in their bullpen." So he's open to bullpen appearances.
I was going to say, where else is he going to go?
Well, no, like a lot of guys like him, you can see that they'll puff up. Like, I'm a starter. I'm not a bullpen
I want to be
guy.
this, yeah.
Right. Where imagine you got an Adam Warren and a Jonathan Neese coming out of that bullpen for extended innings.
Yeah, and especially
and
Girardi.
Might need him with CeCe.
Sure, and especially with Girardi, he loves to go lefty versus righty and play the game like that. So he definitely could happen. I hope he can stay healthy. That's the one thing that I'm worried about, if he can stay healthy enough, because he definitely could help the Yankees into July and August when they start playing the brutal part of their schedule. Hopefully that's the case, and it can shore up the back end of the bullpen, because you don't have no runs DMC this year. You do have Betances and Chapman, but ultimately you need people with, like you were saying, to get to that point.
All right, I'm going to do the last one.
Okay.
I'm going to do the last one.
Do it.
Real or Mirage, the real winner of NBA All-Star Weekend is Anthony Davis.
Oh, no. That's a Mirage.
Mirage? Who won?
The city of New Orleans won. Think about it this way. You get the All-Star game, right? Then you get Anthony Davis as your MVP, right? And then you get Boogie Cousins. Think about it this way. Everybody wins. The entire city wins.
But as New Orleans goes, like, if I gave you 3 cities you could go to on vacation right now, just you don't bring the family, you don't bring the girlfriend.
Okay.
You and the boys.
Okay.
You and your, like, top 3 travel companions.
Okay. All right.
Isn't New Orleans on that list already?
Oh, it's definitely up there.
Right?
Yeah.
So how did New Orleans benefit?
Well, come on. They're already adding. They had a great weekend for All-Star Weekend.
Right.
Your boy, your hometown boy now, got MVP.
Right.
Okay.
So that's a win for him, too, though.
All right. So now, is it a bigger win for the city to add another piece and have a good team that could compete in the playoffs, or is it more on Anthony Davis? In my opinion, it's got to be the city. The city's winning.
All right. So you said Mirage. I say Real.